Hello and welcome back to Christine's Coloring and Crafts. Today we're just going to color with some unusual pencils, what I call the unicorn pencils. They're better known as the QL-C120s. I believe they come from England and they're labeled as oil-based, but for me they feel almost like they've got a kind of waxy, chalky feel. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. In fact, this is what I've gotten done so far. And I'm just doing this piece for fun. I'm not trying to make it look real. I'm not trying to make it look gorgeous. It's the end of my birthday, and I just thought, you know what? I want to color two duckies in a pond with some flowers. And I want to color them the way I want to color them in bright and pretty colors here. And just go from there. And I'm going to kind of mix up the colors a little bit. I mean, yeah, there's some slight shading and whatnot on them. And I didn't want them to be very monochromatic, or however you want to call it. So, but I did want to just do something for fun, instead of having to concentrate on whether it looks beautiful and pretty. And I kind of wanted to share that with my viewers. You know, just, you don't always have to make colorings or drawings or paintings that look real or look quote unquote perfect or even good. I mean, I think personally, I love this. You can obviously see I photocopied it out of one of my books, and I can't remember which one it was, but it's by, I think it's Angela or Angel. Oh, wow, there's no way I'll never be able to say her last name. Let me see if I can at least see it. Maybe I could pronounce it better. Let me go back here, because I know I got these off of Amazon. Let's see, here we go. Well, hey, it is out of 50 Spring Miniatures. I was kind of worried which one it was, whether it was the Spring Miniatures or the Jungle Miniatures. And yeah, I totally butchered her name, the first name. It's Camellia Angelkova. And it's 50 Spring Miniatures and a spring coloring book featuring 50 delightful illustrations with various flowers and stuff. And some of them I do like to try to make look realistic, but not this one. This one's just for fun. It's for my birthday. So the first one we're going to have out of the, and by the way, the reason we call these the unicorn pencils is because the box they come in has a unicorn on front of them. And so the first one I'll use is the 114. And of course, these don't have any color names on them. So it is really, really best that we swatch these to see what kind of colors are coming out of them. And what's coming out of this right now is the flower tone colors, which is kind of like a brownish, like an orangish brown, and then a couple of oranges, and then like a yellowish color, like a yellow orange. And then this is going to be the number 106. Sorry, I have to look at them first. And then this one will be number 105. And then last but not least, we will have number 182. And you might not be able to see these very well. They're a lot like the Faber-Castell Polychromos, in that it's in this beautiful gold writing that nobody can read. So, all right, let's get started here on a flower. So, actually I want to go dark to light, so let me put them back in the other order. Okay. And for me, sometimes I just like to do little sections. Now this first flower was just kind of a trial, so I had entirely too many layers on before I could really get a good layer of the brown down. The brownish orange, whatever, orangish brown. But hey, better late than never. And that's what I like about being able to make copies, be it photocopies or get PDFs off of a computer. It's just really handy and convenient to get that, so you could practice and make mistakes on pictures you genuinely like. Like, there's so many pictures in my coloring books that I really, really love, and there is just no way I'm going to experiment with the picture itself directly. In fact, making a photocopy of it and having this printer to make a photocopy of it is the best thing that I have ever experienced as far as coloring goes. Okay. And then that way I can go, hey, I really love this page. I want to see if X, Y, or Z works out for me. So I'm going to go ahead and make a photocopy of this page and enjoy my mistakes while I make them. That's my line of thinking. And you never know, so it's not always all mistakes and bad stuff. Sometimes when you try something new, it's like, oh, this worked. This is awesome. Yay! Now these are pretty smooth. These are really nice for budget pencils, and they are budget pencils. I don't remember the price. It's been so long. I know it was $10 shipping because at the time I got them on Amazon UK. And $10 shipping really from there wasn't too bad. And I think they now have it available on the USA. I'm looking. Amazon, but it's still coming from UK, so it's like $10 shipping. Yep, here they are. You get 120 colored pencils, professional art, wood, premium, distinct drawing, unleaded poison. Unleaded poison. I didn't quite read that part last time. So apparently these are poisonous. And they're unleaded, so you can use them in your gas tank. Anyway, it says they're watercolor pencil set with sharpeners. And it does come with two little cute sharpeners. And I don't believe they're water soluble. I think from beatable, blending, smooth color lay down, and reduce breakage. Yeah, I think there's a communication error in here because both the title and the first line about this item is 120 colors, but you go down to the next line where it says premium quality, it says with 150 shades, and it's only 120. I'll tell you that right now. And I'll put the link in the description down below after I've gotten this uploaded. But it does say 150 a few times. I think because they do have a 150 set of some sort that they just copied and pasted and didn't read. So we'll have to go with that. All right, let's see here. I'm just going to go with it. Because I know it's 120 pencils. I've bought it myself. I saved the box around here somewhere. I can't remember where exactly. But I know it's 120 pencils. I'm sorry, I'm just doing something different with each flower. Kind of testing how everything kind of blends together and works together. And seeing what I like. And plus, we all know no two flowers are alike in the flower kingdom. More often than not. I mean, I've never seen two flowers that look exactly alike. So, in my limited viewing history. I really like the way these four colors go together. And these pencils are pretty creamy. They're very comfortable. I've used them quite a few times, so I can say with confidence that I really do enjoy them. They are soft. They are creamy. They're easy to sharpen. They don't break as easily. Sometimes I get a little overzealous and a little heavy-handed, and I do break one from time to time. It happens. But I haven't seen them breaking the pencil sharpeners yet. Knock on wood. Be it fake wood or real wood, just knock on it. And then this is just the kind of fun I like to have. I think Also, too, I would do like something in markers. The issue with that, though, is, and it's not really an issue, but the thing with that, we'll just say the thing. The thing with that is that I use markers when I'm at work. And today, once again, being my birthday, is my last frivolous day off for a while. I need to make money the regular way and not take off of work. It's hard, guys. But I need to save what little time I have left. And I mean very little. I took a lot of January off. Because last year was just, it was rough. I'm not going to lie. It was rough. I didn't know how I was going to survive if I didn't have the time to take off this month. Because it's not easy. But here we are. Finally pretty relaxed. And you know you're getting old when your idea of a great birthday is no longer going out to party at the bars, which I kind of wanted to visit one for old time's sake, but I didn't really want to drink. Like, nah, I don't want to spend the money. But anyway, my idea of a great birthday was pretty much exactly what I did today. I mean, there's some things I definitely would have enjoyed, like a surprise visit from a certain gentleman who calls himself my boyfriend. He's about to call himself dead. But anyway, I went out, walked in the park, enjoyed all the sights and sounds and adventures, picked up my old lady medication, came home, binge watched some Supernatural because that's my show, man, and then played a little Pokemon Go, and then came up here. Well, in between that, I mean, it was a pretty busy day. It was just mostly at home. In between that, before I came up here to color and start doing this page, I completely rearranged my bird's room, both in an effort to confuse the cat and any other little four-legged creatures that might not be welcome in this house, such as mice. I haven't seen any in about 2 weeks since I caught a couple then. And what I did, because someone was eating the poison, and I think that's why we didn't have more than a couple that ended up being seen. But I also, because I didn't want the birds to get poisoned, I put in some live traps, which are basically just little plastic traps that the birds couldn't get stuck in and hurt in. But neither could the mice, which is fine. I don't mind taking them to a park and setting them free. Get out of my friggin' house. Took them down to a warehouse district. I think they have fun in there. They'll still be warm. Causing their chaos there rather than eating my bird foods and waking up my birds in the middle of the night. But hey, there we go. We got a flower done here. And basically just no lessons. Just kind of coloring for fun. I think I'll do these in purple. Try to do the water in like various blues and grays. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rocks yet. And their beaks are definitely going to be gray. And then I'll do something with their eyes. But yeah. This is also kind of like a video that if you guys had heard of the QL-C120 pencils, or better known as the Unicorn pencils, you could see for yourselves that they blend nicely, especially with my Prismacolor colorless blender being used here. They blend nicely. They go down nicely. They're fun little coloring pencils. I don't know if they would be good in a professional setting. I gotta sharpen them. I wouldn't think they would be. That one didn't really need sharpened. Let's do it again. I didn't like that. There we go. Maybe I just didn't have it all in all the ways. In my little doll 133 that I got off of, the idea that I got off of from Pamela at Pamela's Passion for Pencils. You could buy it for about $20-25 on Amazon. It's not very expensive. But we're just going to sit here and have a good time doing a little bit of coloring. And they are very, very soft. I'm using the Nina Bristol Vellum paper. I believe it's 67 pounds. The 67-pound paper. I believe that's what it will be. And these work really fantastic on it. Like I said, very soft. Very smooth. They have pretty good pigment. I mean, nobody's a Prismacolor. Nobody. Speaking of which, I went ahead and got myself a birthday present as well. I got a set of 120 barrel vintage Prismacolor pencils, of which only 6 pencils had been used. At least I'm hoping that's what it is, because I got it off of eBay. You just never know. Sometimes you roll the dice and you fail. eBay's kind of it's a great place to find some deals, but you just got to be so careful to not get ripped off. And that's why I use a credit card, not my debit card. It is so much easier to go, hey, I received the wrong item. I received the, not the full amount that I was expecting from the description. Just in case the seller goes too bad, so sad, or, goes stone quiet, and then you don't have, I don't think that was part of the flower, and then you don't have any recourse other than to contact your credit card company. Let me go back here. Where's my eraser? And of course I use the Tombow Mono Zero eraser. I don't know if zero means the size or if it's just part of the name. But it erases stuff pretty good. There we go. And then this one, I'm going to do all light colors in the middle. These pencils are nice, guys. They're even pretty easy to be light-handed with. And when it's not a stellar, super sharp point, they're pretty easy, or pretty hard to break. They're pretty easy to break if they've got a good point on them. So get these little petals done here. And hey, speaking of Pokemon, I got my Pokemon Ohio shirt on today, which is just the word Ohio with Pokemon positioning themselves as the letters. I kind of really like this shirt. So if you're Pokemon fan and you're in Ohio, get yourself an Ohio Pokemon shirt. I believe it's called like Ohio Collectibles or something like that. If I think of the name, I'll put it in the description down below. I'll edit the video. And then last but not least, my little bits of the yellow-orange color. It's kind of like a bright yellow, but it has like an orange tint. There we go. And it's really a fun little hobby. See, and they lay the color down and I'm not pressing that hard at all. It's kind of hard to hold them sideways for me for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the weird shape they are, the stop sign shape. Probably not. There we go. Oh. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. If any of you were celebrating some birthdays, shout it out. And happy birthday ahead of time. Or belated, I should say. Especially if it was this past weekend. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some bringing the petals out. I don't know why, but this part's always the hardest on my carpal tunnel. Makes my hand go numb instantly. And then we're going to do some right here too. Kind of bring this flower forward a little bit. I also got a call from my grandma today to wish me a happy birthday. And of course, I wished her a happy birthday. Her birthday is actually tomorrow. She will be 94. I asked her if she thinks she's going to outlive Betty White. And she says the Lord's going to call her home when the Lord calls her home. But she sure doesn't hope that she outlives Betty White's age. You know, then of course we had a little chat for a while about all the neat things and some of the scary things she must have seen growing up. Being 94, having been here 94 years on this planet, there's no doubt she has seen some interesting and probably some scary things. She's lived through the Great Depression, which that just boggles my mind. I can hardly fathom that there are people still alive that went through the Great Depression. And she did. She might have been a youngin' then, but she still went through it. What it must have been like. And then to watch all the changes, you know, the cars change and, you know, TVs and their changes, the telephones changing and the internet being born. I mean, some of this stuff I did get to be witness to myself, but not some of the things. Man, some of the things she had to see and experience had to be amazing. Watching it change and watching the technology improve. Some of it was probably breaking her heart, because I know from the stories her and my parents told me, neighbors were neighbors back then. They were really good to each other, came together in times of need and stuff like that. And, you know, kids went outside and played and had a great time. Basically, the street light was your curfew. That's when it was time to come in, was when that light came on. And that's basically the kind of world I kind of lived in, was when the street light came on, you went home. If you didn't go home, you got in trouble. And sometimes I got in trouble because I didn't want to go home. I was having too much fun outside. And now we're kind of all lazy blobs that sit in front of computers and videos and stuff. But at least with my game, that gets me outside. Sometimes in the very much colder weather, It keeps me in the car, but it still gets me out of the house. And in the weather like we were having today, where it was upper 30s, low 40s, it was no big deal to go out walking and playing. Especially since they're predicting a blizzard of 78 in 2022, Thursday. I don't know if they actually called it a blizzard of 78. I'm just being dramatic on that one. All right. Also, too, I missed a spot. And here I am pressing pretty hard. But anyway. Also, too, I'm prepared for it if it does come. And of course, because I got 2 weeks worth of groceries, you know it ain't coming now. You know we ain't gonna get nothing. Not a thing. It's probably gonna be all rain. And we're all gonna be sitting here miserable with it negative 5 degrees and it's all rain and ice. There we go. I'm gonna need me a new blender here soon. And again, I know I've said this in previous videos that a lot of colorists and artists don't like the colorless blenders. And yeah, it's a little scratchy, and the Caran d'Ache one is nice, but it's almost gone. It's nicer, but it's almost gone. But with carpal tunnel, it's just easier for me to just go over and blend the pencils that will blend, because it's lighter than pressing hard with a pencil to burnish. Burnishing is difficult for me with carpal tunnel, I have found. Sucks. Anyway, there you have it. The 2 flowers here today with this unique and fun and whimsical page. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Got to see how these QL-C120 pencils work. They retain their points pretty good too. I know I didn't use this one much, but it's still got quite a bit of pencil left. And then so does the 106. I mean, they both could use to be sharpened. 105. You know, they're not bad, if you can see. The only one that is like considerably down is the 182. So I only had to sharpen them once, and I got 2 flowers done. If I was using the Prismacolors, that would be probably 3 or 4 times having to sharpen them, which that's okay too. I don't mind. It's just, it's more fun to have more coloring time. Take off my little brace here. But anyway, if you guys have any suggestions, questions, comments, feel free to comment below. I know last week's kind of brought on a little bit of dialogue about the pro colors. So aside from this picture today, I have been using other pictures to use the pro colors to kind of get more familiar with them. So far, I'm still thinking that they're just going to be good for hair. I don't see them being good for skin tone at all. But then again, I haven't picked out which ones I could use for skin tone colors. Anyway, they're not bad, but they're not fantastic. I will need a little bit more time with them to see if I end up liking them or not. And then, you know, even if I don't like them in other aspects, I know I do like using them for the hair on my portraits and stuff. So they'll at least have their use. They just may not have as much use. They might be like the polychromos, although I do love the polychromos a lot more in using them in the overall picture. I just take it easy because they're expensive. Like I take it easy with my luminance and my ink, not my ink tints, my light fast. Don't worry, the ink tints aren't that bad. Speaking of ink tints, I would like to do a video using the ink tints for you guys. If you would like to see it, let me know. But either way, like I was saying, questions, comments, suggestions down below. Last week brought up a really good dialogue, so we're learning, and that's the whole point of this channel. learning and having fun are the whole point. So I'll probably make a bird toy video here soon. But hey, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you all have a colorific, fantastic coloring day, work week. Take care. Bye.